All right, so today, and it's been a little while since we've drawn anything, but today we're going to learn how to draw a monster truck. This is probably something out of like the 90s or 80s style monster truck, but that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So let's get started. So usually, the first thing I like to do is give myself what they call a frame of reference, how wide I'm going to draw on the page. So I'm going to do a couple little spaces here where I want the bumpers to sit. So I'm just going to draw a little black line on both sides of the paper. I don't want my truck to go any wider than that. And next, I'm going to draw a couple little lines to make a rectangle on both sides. Those are my bumpers. After that, we'll start in the front here and we'll go upwards. Just a nice straight little line. I think I'm going to do a little dip inward and then back up. This is the grill area, so if you're looking for the front, this is where the headlights go. And then back here, about the same height as that, we're going to go another straight line up. This is going to be our bed on this side. The next thing I think I want to do is figure out where our Fender Wells are going to be. So start here in this corner, work our way forward. Start in the front. This is going to be a smaller line because usually the front of a truck, this part of the fender is really narrow, but where the bed of a truck, where the fender well is, this part's really wide. Next, we'll start back in this corner here, and I think we're going to do, instead of just circle ones, we're going to go up, and then we're going to go flat across the top and then back down again. All right. And then in the back, up, flat, back down. And then connect these two lines here. There we go. That's the bottom of our truck. The bed is probably somewhere, it's going to end, I'd say right about here. So I'm going to draw another line about that tall. Connect these two to make a box. This section here, back, would be the hood. So we want to go just a little bit past where this line is. We could draw another line down, and that's our fender. Now the top of the cab of the truck, we're going to go up a little bit higher with this line and a slight angle. And then forward, also a slight angle going down. And then this is going to be our windshield area. Now, this is a certain era of truck, would be like a square body, they call it, 1970s. So their windows at this point curve slightly in before they start going down at an angle, and then slightly back. And then draw a line from here to here that gives you kind of a side view of the windshield. Taking your pen or pencil or crayon or whatever, go sideways. Here's the bottom of the window. Up, stop before you get to the top. Like that. And then this will finish off with a slight curve back up. Now the last thing that this window area needs is what they call a corner window. So you can draw two small or thin lines like this, or wing window, sorry, not a corner. This window will open up on older trucks. And for a body line, we'll start about here, and we're just going to draw a straight line across, something like that. All right. Now, you could draw your engine right here, big old engine right there, Or like in the one I drew before at the beginning, you could draw the engine underneath because the newer trucks have the engine in here. It's whatever you want to do. For me, I think maybe on this one, maybe I'll draw the engine right up here. And I want it to be a big, crazy looking engine. So I'm going to draw, this is what they call the blower or the supercharger. It's got slight curves at the top there. Connect that up, and then we're going to draw some curvy lines going down like this, and then a straight line at the end. And then this one, it's going to be the belt area, and we're just going to draw a bunch of little lines going like that. There's a little square plate that goes off the back of this end of it. And then on top of the blower, we're going to draw a couple more small rectangles, like so. And we're going to put our carburetors, which you won't see all of them, but the carburetors have, there's just a bunch of little boxes. And then a little line through the middle, maybe a circle there and a circle there. And on top of the carburetors, we're going to draw another big line, about the same size as the supercharger. On this end, it's going to curve like a sideways U. And on this side, it's just going to be straight, but it's going to be a little taller than the sideways U. And it's going to go back at a downward angle. And that's the top. That's where the air comes in here. And we're going to draw a little arm. Comes off there. And a little arm comes off here. Little box there. This is what controls the carburetors, your throttle. So when you move that, it opens this up and then your air gets in. So that's our big crazy engine. Now we can do some wheels. And they should be directly below where our fender well lies. So I'm going to do an imaginary line, start about the middle, come down, because I want it to be really big. So I'm going to come down to right about here, make a point, do the same thing on this side, make a point. This is going to be the center of our wheels. So what I'm going to do is draw a little circle around each one of these. Draw another little circle right around the edge. Stay as close as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Like so. And now we're going to draw a bunch of small circles. Let's do 10 of them. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's stop at 8. 8 looks good. It's nice and even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically what we drew is our hub. Now take your pen or pencil, crayon, draw another circle around that. And for the front, that's the center of our rim. I'm going to draw one more circle right about this far away. Look, my circles aren't even perfect. I've been drawing forever. Okay, that's our wheel. Now we're going to draw the tires. The tires are going to be really big. The tires are going to touch almost the bottom of the paper, somewhere around there. Okay, ready? So we'll start at the bottom. I drew myself a little line just so I won't go past that. We'll go up. Almost to where that fender well is at the bottom. Back down. Same with the front. It looks like we might almost go off the page. Close. There we go. Those are giant tires. Now, and I did this on one a long time ago, but what you draw is upside down U's around the edge of the tire. And all this does is give it a look like it's got big knobbies on it. Just a little U all the way around. I'm going kind of fast, but you could take your time if you want, or you could go fast. Some people have more of a fun time coloring in things than they do drawing things, but so you could color this when you're done. That's kind of our knobby look. Now we're going to draw like all the roll cage type stuff. So everything usually connects right here in the middle. So we're just going to draw a rectangle right there, maybe two smaller rectangles on each end. And from there, we're going to draw a line going down at an angle here. The line going to the back wheel. From this top, we're going to go up here. Like so. There we go. Starting to look like a monster truck. Now here, the suspension is kind of crazy. So we're going to draw shocks. And shocks are long line with a U at the top and then back down. We'll do two side by side. Long line, U at the top and back down. That's the shock. And then it's going to have these little small lines here with a circle on top of it. And that's where the shock mounts. Draw a little like that. And we're going to draw a bar. Comes off, goes around, and back down on both sides of these shocks. Another line staying really close to this first line. And then we're going to connect the two in the middle. And that looks like a support piece that holds the shocks on there. We're going to do the same thing here, only up in the front. So line with the U at the top. Another line with the U at the top. Two short lines and a circle. Small dot in the middle. And from there, curve and go down. Curve and go down. And then connect the two. I think that looks pretty good. We should add maybe a couple more bars. You can add bars in all over the place. Let's do another set of bars going like this. Now, how about we draw the roll bar for the back? And that's just like these shocks here, only I stay with the angle of the cab. I'll go up, curve, back down, and I'm going to draw another one just a little bit shorter. Curve, go down, and I'm going to put little connecting bars here. And then one long bar comes at an angle, going all the way to the back, just about the center here of the fender well, in the back like that. That looks pretty tough. And then you could even add some lights on top. Some of them have these lights, so you put a little stand up here, and you draw the same thing we use all over the place, these little half U circles. Draw it sideways, and stop there, and then draw a straight line down, and another straight line down, and it looks like a light. You could put a little shine on it like that. This makes it kind of looks like it's beaming. So we got our light, we got our engine, we got our wheels. We've got pretty much everything to make a monster truck. Like the last thing we probably could throw on there is a little bit of dirt flinging off. So I like to draw these little triangle pieces. Make it look like dirt's flying. Do the same one up here. And if you want, you could put a driver in the window. You could put more of a roll cage. It's easy to do bars. Just do straight lines. Here's a line with a U at the top. That makes a bar. And then another line across here. Another line going down. You can make it look like you can do whatever you want. Any kind of modifications. And then you can even put a name on it if you want. Like one of the most famous monster trucks was called Bigfoot. So I think I'm going to call mine Little Toe. Just to be funny. Well, I think that's about it for this time. So there it is. There's our monster truck. Have fun with it. Do whatever you want that's crazy. Put a different kind of body on there. This one's just a truck body. But this will give you the basic idea of how to draw a monster truck. Thanks for watching. Come visit my channel, subscribe, like. Have a good one.